Hey guys, it's Catherine here with Catholic Mom with Coffee, and today's episode is, or show, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be about Catholic online shopping. Now, um, after doing last week's episode about mass kits and where to get them and everything, I thought, there's probably several of you out there that are also still new to the Catholic faith and have no idea, um, or only have a small idea of where to get Catholic books or artwork or rosaries other than your local parish at the gift shop. So um, today I thought I'd go over some little tricks in getting the best deals, best bang for your buck, and getting a lot of discounts and sales as much as possible. So, and I will also be giving you some pros and cons for some of these websites. And now these, obviously the ones I'm going over are not the only Catholic stores on there. I'm just going over some of my favorites. They're not all of my favorites, but they're like my top 5, I want to say. So if I leave out one that you know about or somebody referred you to, don't get offended. Either I haven't heard of it or I don't usually find the best deals from them as often. Doesn't mean you can't get great deals or great things from those other stores. It's just I don't find them as often. So I'm not, and just to begin with, I am not affiliated or sponsored by any of these websites. I just thought I'd give my 2 cents. So let's go ahead, since it's the month of May and the month of Mary, we'll go ahead and start with a Hail Mary. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. So, before I get started talking about this specific stores, I thought it'd be a great idea just to give you a few tips on things you can do in general with any of these online stores. Now, as far as I know, you can't actually go to these shops in person like you can like a Barnes and Noble or Target or Walmart or whichever stores you like to shop at, where they have the online store where you can order stuff, have it delivered to your house, or you have free pickup, or you can just go into the store yourself and pick them up. So unless your parish has a gift shop, or you're very, very blessed to have we don't, but maybe you're blessed in your community to have a Catholic bookshop where you can find these things. Your best bet is to find them online. Now, if you are not computer or internet savvy, the things I'm going to tell you, it's still easy to do because I'm not tech savvy. I'm okay on the internet. I'm enough to do a really simple blog and YouTube and check email and shop and things like that. So if I can do it, you can do it. It's not hard. So tip number 1, for any online shopping for Catholic online stores, one thing I've done that I noticed was really easier for me, not that you have to do this, but it does make it easier and more organized, is create your own email just for Catholic advertising. Now, if you go to any of these Catholic stores that I'm going to talk about online, they always, some little pop-up comes up all the time, and other stores do this too. It's not just Catholic stores, but where they say, if you join our mailing list, we'll send you coupons, or we'll let you know when things are on sale and things like that. So do it. Trust me. That's the so it's tip number 1 and tip number 2 together combined. If there are so many stores out there, and then I get all that junk mail from different shopping sites and other things already, that I just ended up creating my own email that was separate from my everyday one, that's just meant for my Catholic shopping and things like that. So anything that would have to do with a website that I like, or a YouTuber that I like that's Catholic, I'll make sure that it's subscribed to that Catholic email, and just make it as simple. Most emails, for example, if you have Google, Yahoo, I'm trying to think. Any of the big ones, they'll usually let you create a second or third email that, it's your same, it's still you, but you can just keep it organized just for Catholic shopping or just for shopping in general, things like that. So that's what I do, so that all the Catholic advertising goes just to that Catholic email. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, obviously, but I just created one. It was totally free. It didn't cost me anything extra. And then if I'm kind of curious or looking for something specific, like a rosary for somebody for a present, or a specific book, or something for my son, or for a baptism or something like that, I know to go search first through my Catholic email account and go through all those stores first to look for sales and coupons and things like that. So that is my first tip. And then that way, if you're already signing up for the emails, you might as well just keep it all in one spot. So tip number 2 goes along with tip number 1. Make sure that you are signing up for those deals. I know it seems like a real headache, and a lot of us seem to think, I don't have time to go through all that shopping and, going through all the emails, and it's just a lot of junk and time. But trust me, a lot of times you'll find real good deals, and you actually have to pick and choose. Do I want to shop at that website this month, or do I want to wait a few more months? Because the sales, most of these sites have a sale every month, and some of them have one every week. So it just kind of depends on the store you're looking at. So that would be tip number 2. Make sure you are signing up for those discounts and their emails, and make sure that you click on them to read through them. Even if you're not in the mood to actually shop for Catholic items that week or that month or that day, make sure you're going through them occasionally and actually opening them up, so that way it doesn't go to your trash or your spam mail. Because after a while, a lot of email sites will, if you keep deleting the advertisements, they'll finally say, oh, it's spam, and then you won't get your email on the different Catholic store. So make sure that even if you don't want to look at and read through those advertisements every single day, that you do it like once a week or every other week. Just make sure you don't go a full month without looking through them. Otherwise, like I said, it goes straight to spam. Tip number 3 is price compare. I guess this sounds kind of like common sense, but some things on one Catholic store will have one item, and then Amazon will have it, Barnes and Noble will have it, and then another Catholic store will also have it. So check all 4 stores, or sometimes it's something you can only find on the Catholic websites, and you can't find it, for example, on Amazon. And I know some of you out there probably may not like doing business with Amazon or Walmart for different reasons, but check those websites out first too, to price compare. Something I do is, if it's within a few dollars difference between, let's say, Amazon and Tan Publishing. Tan Publishing is a very popular Catholic publishing company, and they have a lot of fun Catholic items. So for example, if I see a book on Tan that's, let's say, $15, and then the one on Amazon is $13, I still might just spend the extra $2 to give it to Tan, because it's going straight to that publishing company, which is Catholic, as opposed to Amazon. Now, if there's a huge price difference, for example, if there's $10 or more price difference between a big name store, online store, versus the Catholic store, I might go with the big name brand store, just because I need to save the extra $10-20. So like I said, just kind of see what your budget is for that day or that month, or if it's within a few dollars difference, go with the Catholic site. So that's my 3rd tip. And then to price compare. And then tip number 4 would be, and this would be my last tip for before you start anything else, I would say best thing to do is, even if you don't like to shop on Amazon, take advantage of their wish list. I don't know if you can do this if you don't have a Prime account or not. We live in the middle of nowhere, so we kind of depend on Amazon Prime, because there's very few options for us shopping wise for clothes or groceries or things like that. So we depend on Amazon Prime for things like diapers, or when my son was an infant and we needed baby formula, it was easier to get it through Amazon and cheaper than it was in town. So, because most of the time they were out. So you take advantage of those stores, those big name brand stores that actually sell your Catholic products, even if it's not a Catholic site, and make wish lists for them, because then you can send them to people when it's Christmas time, or if you know of sacraments coming up, for example, confirmation, first communions, baptisms, or you have some, if you're somebody's godparent or somebody's sponsor, and you want to kind of keep a running list of items or books or sacramentals that you think somebody, a friend or family would want, you can keep that list going so you don't forget about it. Doesn't mean you have to buy it off of Amazon, but if you have a wish list, you could do that, or keep a list, like, for example, on Microsoft Word or Google Docs or anything like that. Just keep some kind of list that you can copy and paste over, so that way you can keep track of things that you are interested in buying for either yourself or someone else. So those are the 4 tips I have. And I'll try to remember to keep those on my blog spot. I do have a, was it Blogger? I think I was having problems with my blog last week because I think they got angry that I had a Catholic blog and was showing how to make a mass kit for kids. But it's settled, it's back up. So I will keep as much information as I can in this video at my blog spot. There's a link to it in the description below. So if I'm going too fast and you forget to pause or write things down, just check out the blog. There'll be a link to the video. There's also a link to the stuff I'm talking about. So while we're doing that, make sure that you take this time to click the like button and share it with whomever you like. And if you want to keep updated with things that I'm talking about, periodically, just make sure that you click the subscribe button. If you want to get updated constantly, I try to do videos once a week now on Fridays. So if you want to know when I'm going live again, just make sure that you click the subscribe and hit all notifications. Or if you're just like, yeah, she's all right, but not that awesome, then just do it occasionally. You can have that setting. Okay, so now that I gave you some tips on how to kind of keep things organized for everything, I'm going to go through a few stores. Now, remember, I am not affiliated. That means that I don't get any money. I'm not associated. I don't work for any of these companies. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm totally unemployed as of the airing of this video. Sorry, I need caffeine. But I'm also not being sponsored either, I should say. Because this is just totally my opinion. I'm just trying to help you guys out in case there is someone you know who needs more info on where to get Catholic books and sacramentals, or if you're just curious yourself. So the first one I'm going to go over is Ignatius Press. Ignatius Press tends to be more middle ground as far as, if they're liberal or if a group is liberal or conservative. Ignatius Press tends to be more middle ground to conservative. And they have, now some of these Catholic companies will have physical catalogs that you can order from. Ignatius Press is one of them. I get one in the mail periodically. I want to say once a month-ish. And they also have an online catalog. Now, it is actually cheaper to buy the products off of their online store than it is usually through their physical catalog. But if you don't like searching online all the time, they do have that option. Or if you know someone who doesn't like shopping online, you can always send them the paper catalog later. So you do have options that way, which is a total positive. So another positive about this site is that if you order, whether you order from their physical catalog or their online catalog, if you order 3 or more physical items, so that could be a book, a movie, a CD, a picture, they do sell artwork, and they sell it for a variety of different ages from, adult to toddler. That if you buy 3 or more physical items, not things you download, but physical items that they ship to you, they will send you a free book. Now, you don't get to choose the book, and it's totally random. It's something they have in their warehouse. And what they want, the reasoning behind that is that you either read the book and you're catechizing yourself, or if it's not a topic you're interested in, you can donate it to anybody you want, give it to anyone you want as a present. So you have that extra book. And their whole philosophy is that way they can help catechize more people by sending you free items. So you can now, if you, let's say you buy 9 physical items, they're still only going to send you 1 physical book. So, and there is shipping. I don't think, the only con I think on this is, don't quote me, I could be wrong. I don't think they give you free shipping. So I think there's a flat rate for shipping. Now, a trick I like to do with Ignatius, I haven't bought from them in a while because other stores have been they had a little bit more of what I was looking for at the time. But what I like to do with the physical Ignatius Press catalogs is that I like to go through and write down what I want to order for either myself or someone else and kind of keep track of that. And then when it comes close to birthday or Christmas, I order it around that time, and I just kind of keep it handy every once in a while just to kind of fill it in. And so I just want to give you guys a couple of well, I only pulled out one thing from our bookshelf. We have a ton of books we have to go through, but I just wanted to give you guys kind of a sample of what they have. One of the things they have, which I thought was really awesome and great, is they have the Confessions for St. Augustine, and what some of their classics that they have on there. They don't just have about saints; they also have classics, for example, like Jane Austen. Not Catholic, but they do have stuff because they believe that education is also important. But they have these little study guides to go along with the books you buy. So not all of them, but a lot of them have, if it's a classic, like the Confessions, they'll have a study guide to go along with it. So if you like to geek out over what, St. Augustine was talking about, you have this little study guide to go along with it. Or if this is just too overwhelming of a read for you, you have a study guide to go with it to just help you out and understand it better. So I like stuff like that. They also have really great coloring books. I forgot to ask our religious ed director if I could borrow one just to show you guys, but they have things on the angels and Eucharistic adoration and Christ and the Virgin Mary and the saints, and beautiful artwork that you can color and do lots of things with. So they have that. They have great board books that talk about the Mass for kids. They have stuff that's great for teenagers. So I would just take a look there. My next favorite, and I'm saying these websites not in any particular order of favorites. I like them all equally. It just depends on what I need them for. So my next favorite one is Tan Publishing, and it's been around, I think it's been around longer than Ignatius. It's been around a long time, but don't quote me on that. What I like about Tan is that they have I'm pulling the wrong books. They have tons of different options and they tend to be more on the conservative side, more on the traditional side as far as publications. But what I like about them is that if you're not a big reader or you're new to the Catholic faith and you don't want to read something like the Confessions that's like 600-700 pages long, but you want something quick and simple that you can read, just a little bit at a time each night, they have the classics made simple. This one is about Saint Therese, and it's 100 pages, under 100 pages, I think. It's not even 100 pages. It's 32. It is 32 pages. So even if you have no time to read, or you're not a big reader, this is great for teenagers who don't like to read. This is great for adults who don't like to read, but you just like to look at something really quick. They have really short articles, not articles, but it's like each, I don't want to say chapter, but section is very easy to read. It's edited to look more like a magazine, and they just go over the different lives of the saints. So this is the short version of The Story of a Soul, which is Saint Therese's autobiography. So if you want to know about, for example, Saint Therese, you would just go to Tan Publishing. You can look up The Story of a Soul, or you can get the Classics Made Simple if you want the short version, which I like. They also have things like Saint Margaret, and I'm not going to even try to say her last name, but she was really interesting. This is another short book. They have stuff about the Holy Grail. I got that for my husband for a Christmas present. He loved it. He's not much. I think this is the first out of all the books I've gotten him that were Catholic. I think this was the only one so far he's read that I bought him, and he absolutely loved it because he's a King Arthur fan. And it's really neat because it talks about the connection between King Arthur and the Catholic Church. So if you're interested in things like that, they have a whole big section. And again, just like Ignatius Press, they have things for adults, they have things for teenagers, and they have books for younger kids, and they have books for toddlers. So pros and cons for Tan. So the pros, they have $5 book sales every month, and it changes every month. So every month, if you sign up for their for their advertisement, basically is when you go onto the website, if you sign up to be emailed their advertisements, they will tell you when each month when the new set of books come out, and it changes every month. And it's not just this skinny little books like this. Sorry. They have other ones too that are just as good, that are like 400 or 500 pages long. This month, I think, as of today, I think they're still having a sale on their Bibles. So that's the Revised Standard Version, New American Bible, and the Dewey Rames. They're all on sale, and they have paperback as well as leatherback ones on sale. So instead of spending like 27, I think you can get a paperback Bible for 18. Now, yes, I know you can get those Bibles for free online and look them up yourself, but if you like having a hard copy you can make notes in or read like a physical book, you can get them from TAN pretty cheap right now. I don't know how long their sale goes on. I want to say it's till the end of this month of May 2021, but again, if you sign up for their emails, they'll definitely let you know. The downside for TAN, this is going to sound funny. My biggest peeve with is that they don't have. It's not even a peeve. It's just probably like con. They don't have the physical catalog that Ignatius does, or later I'll talk about Sophia Press. They both have physical catalogs so you can look through and kind of mark up, do I want this? Or you can show your spouse or your kids what books look interesting. Kind of like, when you were a kid growing up and they had Scholastic had their book clubs and book fairs, and your teacher would send you home with the little flyer about the book fair or the book orders that you can make through Scholastic, and you would mark which ones you wanted. Well, that's what I like about Ignatius and Sophia Institute, is that they both have physical catalogs. You can kind of do something similar and then go on their websites to get something cheaper. TAN doesn't do that. They just do as far as I know, they do the online only, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's all they do. So that's one of their cons. The other con is, this is really going to sound funny, is that they have so many good items. It's hard to not shop there. And I know that sounds really goofy, but it's true. There's a ton of variety of things. And the fact that they have $5 sales all the time, it's really easy to drop a lot of cash on those websites. So you kind of have to just be careful when you go there, because there's a lot to choose from. Another favorite of mine is, like I said earlier, Sophia Institute Press, and they have everything from adult to teenager and young kids and toddlers, and I've used them a lot before. And they also have $5 and $10 sales, which is great. They have the physical catalog. You can look through and kind of use it like your book order and kind of see what you want to preview, to see what you want to look at or order, and then you can go online. I don't think it's not cheaper to buy online than it is off of their physical catalog, but they do send you discounts if you sign up for their emails, or if you ask for a catalog, they'll sometimes send you a coupon with the catalog. They just write the code on your catalog itself. So this is one of the books I got from Sophia Institute. They're also very more on the conservative side. So if you like people like Dr. Taylor Marshall or Timothy Gordon, YouTubers like that, they actually sell their, Sophia Institute actually sells their books. And this one's about Our Lady of Fatima. Now, which a really cool trick with Catholic websites or Catholic online stores, is that if you're not sure about, for example, Our Lady of Fatima, you've never heard of her before, or Our Lady of Guadalupe, or any saint, or anything Catholic, if you get, I would say this is probably like a 5th, 6th grade level book. If you get something kind of like this, it's a great way to read to your children if you have kids at home still that like to be read to, regardless of their age. You guys can read this together. So then you're catechizing yourself plus your kids. Or if you're just not that big of a reader and you want something quick, again, go ahead and get a younger kids version, and then you can do that. Which is great. So they also have what Catholics are free to believe and what Catholics are free to believe or not. Another really nice short book. So if you are interested in learning more about the Catholic faith, it's a great one. I'd say their only con is really with Sophia Institute is that their $5 and $10 books don't really change. They stay the same. At least I think in the last year, I don't think they've changed what the $5 books are. Great books, but they don't change them as much as TAN does. But they still have a lot of great products, and I've gotten a lot of books from them in the past too. So another store that I really like to look at for different things are Catholic Company, and they do everything from books to mugs, artwork, towels, little kid, adult, teenager. They have everything. So if you're thinking it, they probably have it. And one of the things I really like to get, I haven't gotten, but you can get these off of there, are their St. Joseph picture books. And they're great because the pictures are fun. It's easy to read for the kids. I've had these. They're by Father Lovisic. I've had these books since I was little. And now my son's looking at them. He likes them. I read it with him. So they have all of these. Rosaries are really cheap. They give you free shipping if you spend over, I believe it's $75 or more. And then another great thing about them is that they have a point system, so that if you keep buying from them, they give you so many points, and then you get so much, like $5 off, $10 off your next order, depending on how many points you accumulate. It's a loyalty program you can join. So the only con about Catholic company, I would say, is that you need to spend at least $75 to get the free shipping, which not all of us have that in our bank account to do that, but that would probably be the only con. The other site I really like to use occasionally is Catholic T-shirt Company. It is a T-shirt company. I didn't bring out a T-shirt because it's in the laundry right now, but what I would recommend doing, well, first let me explain what the T-shirt company does. So the Catholic T-shirt Company, it's one of those subscription box companies. So you subscribe to get a T-shirt that has a Catholic saint or a quote from a saint on the shirt, and you get that once a month. And then if you get the more expensive box, then they give you sacramentals like a rosary or stickers or things like that with your T-shirt. Now, I don't do the subscription boxes because I don't like wearing t-shirts, all the time. I'd like to wear sweaters and other shirts. So I'm not going to, spend, I want to say it's like $30 a month for the shirt and the sacramentals. I think like with shipping, it's a little less, but anyways, it's somewhere around there. What I do, however, is I signed up for their emails. So I know when they're having their, what do they call them? Their grab bag sales. And so periodically, I want to say once or twice a year, they do grab bag sales. So they'll sell you a T-shirt for, I want to say $10, like half the price. I think they sell you the T-shirt for half the price. You don't get to pick the T-shirt. So they just send you random T-shirts, however many you want. And then, so for example, let's say you want 5 T-shirts. They'll send you $5. They'll send you 5 T-shirts for approximately $10, $12 each. And then they'll give you 5 different ones. And you can pick. So like, let's say you want a large, medium, and a small, and you just want 3 shirts, then they will give you a large, medium, and small. You just don't get to choose what the shirt looks like. And then they also have sometimes sacramental grab bags, which are even cheaper. And so I'll do that occasionally if I'm looking for just to have a nice little stash of Catholic gifts to give somebody. If I forget a birthday or something, it's great. And you can just keep it in a small closet somewhere. The T-shirts are high quality. The colors are beautiful. My husband has a St. Augustine one that has a quote from St. Augustine. I have one with a quote from St. Kateri. I actually used them for my religious ed class for my 6th graders as prizes. So I gave away 2 of those T-shirts as prizes because I got grab bag shirts, so they were super cheap. St. Patrick quote and a Padre Pio quote one. And they sent stickers. One time they just sent a whole bunch of stuff along with the shirts. I didn't have to pay extra for the sacramentals. And then I think that this past month you had to pay extra for the sacramentals if you wanted this sacramental grab bag. So definitely sign up for Catholic T-shirt Club emails because they have sales periodically. Now, if you're like me and you don't like getting T-shirts once a month, you're like, what would I do with that many Catholic shirts other than give them away? I can only wear so many, right? So, and sometimes it's not really the place to wear them. If some jobs, it's just you have to wear nicer clothes than just a regular T-shirt. You can a lot of times order specific T-shirts on their own. So for example, they have one that has the Eucharistic monstrance on the front, and then above it says essential to show that yes, Christ is essential. The Eucharist is essential. I don't know if you can still buy it. But at one time you could buy just that shirt if you just wanted that shirt, or a miraculous medal one, or a rosary one, St. Michael one. So you just go through the website and see which ones are available to order on their own. So that way you don't even have to buy the subscription. It is more expensive to do that way, but if you're looking for a specific saint quote or something very like a specific T-shirt that you're interested in, that you could still do it that way. But I just do it for when they have sales, and they have really good sales. So I hope that helps. Again, that's not the only place you can shop. You can always shop on Etsy and look for specific things too. Amazon. It just kind of, shop and look. But I still think that Catholic Teacher Company, the Catholic Company, Sophia Institute Press, Ignatius, and TAN are the best websites to look for gifts for either yourself because you want to catechize yourself or have more artwork in your house that is Catholic, or to give it away to somebody that you care about. Those are the best, I think, my personal opinion. So, but if you have any questions about anything I talked about, just go ahead and leave them in the comments below. You can email me at catholicmomwithcoffee@gmail.com. It's basically all one word, the title of the show @gmail.com. So also, if you have any ideas for future topics, you can also let me know. And don't forget to click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you're interested in any past videos, I also have a blog spot that I connect it with other tips and things. So have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.